Hey there, marketing learners, we're back, and this time we're on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Actually, Kitty Hawk, where the Wright brothers flew for the first time, is just right down the street there. And it got me thinking, how do the Wright brothers know the right place to fly? The thing is we as companies also have to think about what are the right customers to have. And so the Wright brothers, they came here and said, look, it's flat, there's lots of wind, it'll be really good for us to try to fly. Well, companies have to divide up their customers as well to figure out which are the right customers we should focus on first or second or third or whoever. And that's why this topic we're going to cover is segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Okay, so the first part, segmentation, that's simple enough. That's how we divide up our clients, our customers, maybe our suppliers. You have these things divided up, and there's tons and tons of different ways we can do that. It could be geographic. I mean, we're here in North Carolina, and here, when I go to the grocery store, they have boiled peanuts. Yes, boiled peanuts, like hot boiled peanuts. When I grew up in Illinois, I had no clue what these things were. I came down to the South, they're everywhere and they're fantastic. But the thing is, they only sell them in the South. And so these grocery stores have geographic segmentation where they say, look, in the South we sell this, in the North we sell this, in the Midwest we sell that. They might divide it up that way. Other ways you might look at is psychographic. How do people see themselves? I'm a father, I'm a college student, I'm a cool dude, you know? And that's something we can sell to. Think about it. The fear of missing out, FOMO. I mean, that is one thing that we can use to sell to people and get them to inspire them to buy. That's how we divide things up, because how people think. But the thing is, there's tons and tons of other things you might look at. Sometimes you might look at it in terms of a legal standing, okay? So, I'm here in North Carolina, but I have Illinois fireworks. Illinois, we do not get to have the big boomy stuff with sparkly thingies and things like that. We get to have smoke. So I have mummy smoke and smoke bombs and smoke candles, not Roman candles and things like that, because they segment their market differently because of the laws that are there. So there's all kinds of different ways that companies can segment. We have a video that talks about tons and tons and tons of different segmentation models and methods, and you wouldn't need to use a lot of them when you are a company. You just don't say one or the other, right? But once we've divided up our customers, the thing is, you're gonna have these different segments, and some are, these are the ones I should go for, and there's other ones you don't go for. And that's when we go through and evaluate the different segments to see which ones are attractive and which ones won't work, things like that, okay? And once we figure out these segments, then we figure out which one we're going to target. All right, that evaluation will get us to who we're going to target, and then we look at our positioning, okay? How are we going to position our products, our brands, our services in the minds of those consumers so it kind of fits in? So if I want to have Mark's American Diner, well, what am I going to have inside? When I say American Diner, what has to fit in there? There's going to be American flags, right? And they're going to have burgers and fries, and there's probably going to be a cowboy hat somewhere, because that's a Mark's American Diner. Other things you look at, think about the university you're going to. Like, for example, University of Illinois, and that's where I'm sure a lot of you are going to school at. And the thing is everywhere you go around Champaign-Urbana, it's Illinois this, Illini that, university this, university that, because we're seeing that, look, for us to get that market, we got to kind of position ourselves as the right product for those clients. So you have a bar called Cans, right? And it's the home of the drinking Illini. Like, they're focusing just on those college students. Okay, that's who they're going to go for. So what do they do to position that way? The music they have, it's going to be fitting for them. The bar drinks and beer drinks and things that are going to be fitting for that. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that goes with that. All right. So this topic is going to cover all those things to give you an idea of how you segment your market, how you want to target them, and then how you want to position your products and services in order to better sell to them and better reach out to them. So I'm going to go hit the beach now, and so good luck with the STP model, and talk to you later. Bye for North Carolina.